Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2024 IFBB Pro League Mr. Big Evolution Portugal Pro Women's Events results. We had women's bodybuilding, women's physique, figure, wellness, and bikini. A huge show, lots to talk about. We'll get right to it. And yes, I am recording outside today. Everyone in the house is sleeping. So you're going to get some beautiful sounds of nature in the background. Hope you don't mind. All right, now in terms of Olympia, last year's top 3 are automatically qualified in all of these divisions. So it is the top winner, the number 1 placing girl at every open division show in the qualification period, who also gets to go to Olympia. So the lists are growing. There are a lot of new athletes being added, and it is extremely exciting. So let's begin with women's bodybuilding. In first place, Anastasia, second, Sherry, third, Alida, fourth, Jacqueline, and fifth, Elizaveta. And the scores were nice and even all the way through. So this is Elizaveta in 5th place. I think she looks awesome. Number 1 most thing that I see is the legs. Her legs look amazing. Super big, round, full. The quad sweep is fabulous. The inner thigh is just massive. She's got some great detail in the legs. The definition is fabulous. Nice abs, great upper body too. Like, everything is super impressive. I think in order to have a smaller appearance to her waistline, she could pull the bottoms of her suit up higher. So if the straps were up here more and created more of like a V shape or even like a U shape, I think that would help to elongate the inside part of her abs and just make it less hip dominant. I think compared to the other girls, she's not as narrow, and she has a great amount of size to her upper body. So playing with that suit, I think, would help to create even more of a V shape. But overall, I'm super impressed by her size. I think her posing looks good, and this was a fantastic place for her. Next in 4th is Jacqueline. Beautiful suit. She actually does have her suit doing a little bit more like what I mentioned, where the straps come higher, a little bit more of a U-shaped. Very good. It definitely helps to draw your eye to the space more between the 2 straps rather than a straight line across the hips. I think she's got really good definition. You're seeing a lot of detail in the legs, like vascularity. She looks grainy. She looks so cut. Fabulous abs, really nice biceps and shoulders. I do think that she could have a little bit more lat, just a bit more width to really balance out with the size of the leg. And I also find that just in the way that she's posing, the shape is beautifully maintained on this leg, but on the side leg, you're kind of... The quad almost looks smaller than it does on this one. So I think maybe just by turning the knee up more so that we have more of like a profile, that might help. So I would twist this foot so that the heel is more pointing here. The toe is really, really stretched and reaching, and just get a little bit more of that big round curve maintained on the side of the leg that's outstretched. But overall, I think she looks really beautiful. I love the kind of periwinkle blue color. She looks fabulous. Next in 3rd place is Alida. Gorgeous. Love the suit color. I love her makeup. I love the darkness of her tan. Her conditioning looks beautiful, but her muscles still look really nice and round and full. You're seeing great outlining in the quads, but it's as if you could grab that individual distinct part of quad muscle. Those teardrops look so good. She's got nice lines coming up her legs, great ab definition, beautiful trim waist, very narrow, nice small waistline, and nice curves into the arms. I do think she could have more lat, a little bit more width. When I see her next to the other girls, she is a little bit more narrow in the lat than they are. I think she could have a bit more of that crazy wideness that you see, and coupled with this tiny waist that she has, I think that would be really fabulous. But that's really the only thing. I think her conditioning looks nice, her colors, all of her choices with the suit and the tan and the makeup, everything is beautiful and very polished. Overall, I think she looks really good. All right, here's Sherry in second place. Amazing. First off, her V-taper is crazy. She's so wide. The lat to lat spread is awesome. Really nice arm muscles. She's got a lot of size, very dense, and just that triangle shape with the fit of her bottoms looks insane. I think she looks extremely dense, extremely wide, and just very, very muscular. And then the definition is awesome too. You have really nice ab detail. I think her biceps are beautifully outlined. Great definition coming through in her quads, like all feathering, gorgeous. Maybe if I'm being really nitpicky, I would love to see a little bit more size on her legs, particularly the inside curve of the thigh. And I think that would really, really look fabulous compared to how big and wide and show-stopping her upper body is. Just a little bit more size to really match up the proportions perfectly. But overall, I think she looks stunning. I love all of the blue and the jewelry, the makeup, the suit. Everything is flattering. Everything is gorgeous. I think she looks incredible. Okay, next and first, Anastasia. She nails everything that I've mentioned so far. She's got a really tiny waistline, so her V-taper is so clear and easy to see. She's got super round, full legs. They're round on the outside of the quad sweep. They're round on the inside of her thigh. She just looks full, like it's like ballooned shaped. It's so full and round and massive, and it looks unreal. But she also has crazy good definition. You have nice detail in the quads. Her abs are perfectly visible. Great outlining of the biceps. And just the proportions look really good. Nice width to the upper body. Nice width matching in the lower body. And this tiny waist in the middle to tie it all together. So I think she really did a great job. Her suit is unique. It's really lovely and sparkly. All of the details in her jewelry, complimentary. Overall, she really nailed it. Okay, I realize this is a terrible photo to use. It's quite zoomed out, but I wanted you guys to see everyone side by side, just their differences in height, the waistlines, the posing. We've already seen some beautiful, clear images of them in their individual photos. So this is just to give you an idea of how the lineup looked. And I think Anastasia stands out. The roundness in her legs, the fullness of her lats, and the tininess of her waist. Sherry beside her, I think, is extremely incredible in her upper body in particular. You really notice the V-taper, but I don't think her legs have as much of that round shape like we see on Anastasia. Alita, I think, has beautiful legs, particularly nice definition, but not quite the width in the upper body like we're seeing on Sherry beside her. Jacqueline and Elizaveta, I don't think their waistlines are as tiny when you look over at these three, so there's not quite the V-taper shape coming through as easily as we're seeing on the top three. Elizaveta, those legs, crazy. No one is coming even close to her size. Then in the back, here I think Anastasia really stands out as well. I think the shape of her glutes, how outlined, there's like shadows, really clearly defined, and beautiful fullness and roundness in the legs. Nice lines coming down the hamstrings. I think Jacqueline could have had a little bit more of that hamstring definition, and a particularly nice V shape. I think you definitely see the narrow waist coming out to the full upper body. Sherry also has a really impressive V-taper shape. Her glutes maybe are not quite as defined as Anastasia's. So overall, fabulous bodybuilding top 5. And of course, in terms of Olympia, there she is added to the list. Okay, moving on to women's physique. In first place, Caroline. Second, Barbara. Third, Carla. Fourth, Alessandra. And fifth, Sylvia. And once again, very even with the scoring. So this is Sylvia in fifth place. Oh, she looks so good. I love her curls and her hair, the bangs, the pink suit. She just looks pretty, feminine, like she's having lots of fun. She looks really awesome. Beautiful legs, and my gosh, what a waistline. So small. Fantastic ab definition. You're just drawn to her silhouette. She's doing kind of a little bit of a twist here. I think it looks really good. It showcases the obliques and just how tiny her midsection is. Beautiful, round and full quads. Maybe she could have had a little bit more definition coming through, like just when you see the distinct separation in the quad muscles, a little bit of the striations. I think this leg looks fabulous, but this one I would have liked to see a little bit more of that detail. That's kind of it. I think her suit fits great, her posing is lovely, and overall she just looks awesome. Okay, next in fourth is Alessandra. Beautiful definition. So that's exactly what I meant. You have a bit more of that detail coming through in the quads in particular, the feathering, great lines, nice abs. Her six-pack is so symmetric. Really nice V taper. I think the suit is super flattering as well. Helps your eye to see that V shape. I wouldn't mind if she had a little bit more height and roundness into the biceps. I think that would help just to create some really nice curves to the upper body. And maybe even a little bit more roundness into the quad sweep here. I like how it's maintained on this more bent leg, but I think the front leg could have a little bit more size maintained in the posing. But overall, I think she's got a really great detailed look, lots of lines, beautiful posing in the upper body, showing off her delts. All of these large pink crystals are really pretty with the jewelry, with the nails, the makeup. Everything's coordinated perfectly, and I think she looks awesome. Okay, next and third is Carla. Wow. Okay, the V-taper is stunning. She is so wide in her lats and so narrow in her waistline. It is something else. Extremely tiny stomach, super flat, super detailed, and what a width she has in the lats. It looks awesome. I love that you can see some glute even from the front, and beautiful legs. Nice definition coming through, nice curve to the inner thigh, nice smoothness to the quad sweep on the outside leg. Just overall, I think her shape is stunning. I would almost say she could try to pose with this leg having no weight at all on the toe and just letting the full leg come out straight to the side. That might help to just maintain the curve and the size in the top of the leg here and really pull your eye out into that X frame. I think right now I'm so drawn to her upper body and that tiny waistline in the lats that I'm not quite getting the full X shape. I'm just so transfixed by this lat spread. I love the color of her suit. I would also pull the straps up higher. I know she doesn't need help to create a V-taper, but I wouldn't want them to be too hip hugger in style. I think she could have them higher up, really accentuate the V, and I think she'd look absolutely nuts. So good. This was a fantastic place for her. Okay, Barbara in second place is stunning. She's doing exactly what I just mentioned with her foot, the posing. Her leg is really stretched, and I think it makes such a beautiful line. You see the silhouette of her quads so beautifully, the curve of the inside of her leg, her nice tiny waistline, and wow, lats. Like just... This is such a gorgeous look. She's got crazy definition and detail coming through in the legs. She's got beautiful abs, massive upper body. Her biceps, good grief. beautiful shoulders. Like, everything about Barbara is stunning. Her posing, the suit, it's the McLeod tartan, I believe. It looks awesome. All the yellow jewelry. I love that her hair is so not an issue. You don't have any hair covering her traps, her delts. It's just Barbara from head to toe perfection, and I love it. I don't have anything critical to say whatsoever. I think she looks unreal, super good, beautiful definition, beautiful size, and what a V-taper. She's amazing. Okay, first place is Caroline. Stunning. Her legs are crazy. They are so detailed and so full. They're just bursting. Those quads are coming right out of her skin. Really a lot of density, a lot of size, a big amount of mass into the inner thighs. Nice, flat, smooth waistline. Great lats as well. And I love how just 3D and popping her biceps are. She looks great. I think her tan could have been a little darker, honestly. And when I look at this photo here, this lat looks a bit rounder and fuller than this one. Maybe it's just the photo. Maybe she wasn't quite in the pose just yet. But that is something that I'm noticing from a symmetry perspective. Ultimately, she's got a lot of size, a lot of detail, and just really great proportions. You'll see when we get to the lineup photos. She does look incredible. Okay, so I've mashed up two separate photos together to give you a look at the lineup. Insane. I'm definitely drawn to Barbara. I think her V-taper with the tiny waist really stands out. Carla beside her also looks extremely impressive in the waistline. Maybe not as dense in the lats as we see on Barbara, for example, but still a really beautiful overall silhouette. Sylvia as well, really lovely silhouette. Great size in the legs. I think she could have a little bit more density in the lats. Alessandra, beautiful size, great conditioning, but we're kind of losing the V-taper a bit. I think she could try to make more of an X with her posing and maybe even a little more curve into the lats if she could. Now, when I compare Barbara and Caroline, they're both stunning. They both have great definition. Caroline has a bit more size on Barbara. I think her quad sweep is a bit bigger. The density in her legs is certainly more. You're seeing more curve to the inner thigh. I think Barbara has a smaller waistline, which makes the V very clear, but Caroline just overall has a little bit more of a bigger, denser, more muscular frame. Both ladies look amazing, I think. Great definition. This lineup is something. Now, from behind, Caroline's glutes are crazy. They are so outlined. They're striated. They're big, they're dense. What a shape, and a lot of detail coming down her hamstrings. Her waist looks nice and small from behind, and beautiful density in her back. I love the fullness in her shoulders and her biceps. Just a really overall great shape. Barbara, I think, looks awesome too. Beautiful lats, nice small waist, a lot of fullness and height to her glutes. Definitely the glutes is the difference between them in the back pose. Carla, really nice full shape. I think she could have had more definition down her hamstrings. Same with Sylvia, a little bit more of that outlined look to the glutes. Alessandra, super striated, really nice detail coming down into the tie-ins. Lots of 3D muscle in her back. Everybody looked incredible. I think it was close for me between Barbara and Caroline, but overall a good win for Caroline. A little bit bigger, a little bit more detail, arguably, coming down into the legs. Just fabulous. And of course, in terms of Olympia, there she is. Okay, moving on to figure. In first place, Lena. Second, Anna. Third, Jenny. Fourth, Anna. And fifth, Kristen. And again, very even with the scoring. So here's Kristen in fifth place. Gosh, she looks incredible. Her skin is so silky smooth. The tan, the gloss, the shine. I love how you're really highlighting her quads here. She's got perfect abs. And my goodness, her upper body, those traps take center stage. That's actually something I didn't love about this pose was that I'm losing the roundness in her shoulders because I'm focusing on the traps. I think I do prefer not with the hands on the hips, even though it's so good and accentuates how small her waistline is. I'm losing a little bit of like that highness and full roundness to the delts. Rather, I'm seeing like a straight line going across her collarbone. That is literally my only criticism. It's one single pose, it's one photo, it is not make or break, but it's just something that I noticed. I think the suit is a beautiful color. It fits her perfectly, looks great with her skin. Maybe she could have had a bit more definition in the legs coming through, just a bit sharper in the outlining, but hardly, just a hair more. I think she looks amazing, absolutely stunningly beautiful. Okay, next and fourth is Anna. This pose looks really good for her. It definitely shows off her shoulders, the very large lats, nice small waist, great definition in her abs, and a beautiful lower body. She's got a nice full round curvy glute and good size in the quads. The sweep, I like the outline. I like that you can see detail in that back leg as well. Just overall, I think she looks awesome. I do think she could have a bit more definition. I think the delts could have been outlined a bit sharper, right? When you get that triangle shape at the bottom. Maybe a little bit more detail coming through in the quads. But I think this is a lovely pose for her. It really shows off her silhouette, and her shoulders take center stage for me in this pose, which I don't think happens later. So to me, I love it. I think she looks really good. The suit is beautiful. I like the center part. I like her glossy hair. Just, she looks stunning. Okay, here's Jenny in third. Now that's what I'm talking about with definition. Her delts are so outlined. Her torso is crazy detailed. Beautiful abs, tiny waistline, and lots of gorgeous outlining in the quads, all the way up her hip to the strap of her suit. I love it. I think her delts are extremely impressive, really high, really round, really curved. The quad sweep is lovely, but I do wish there was a little bit more size to the inside of her legs, and maybe by turning the toes out a little more, that might help just to get the legs to press together, just visually. But I think a bit more size and mass in the legs would be nice just to really balance out with this super impressive upper body. I think her V is awesome. Love her conditioning. The suit is very pretty. It looks to me like a gold mixed with the sapphire, which is very, very beautiful, luxurious. Nice hair, nice makeup, nice posing, really showing off all of her features. And I'm loving those shoulders. Okay, next and second is Anna. She looks dense. She looks big. She looks full. She looks round. She's got a lot of size, particularly in the collarbone. Like just the width of delt to delt, lat to lat is awesome. Nice proportion with the size of the muscles in her arms as well. Just a really nice overall balanced upper body. She's got a crazy small waistline, super flat, nice detail, and gorgeous legs. Like check out all of the detail coming through in her quads. Nice sweep, just beautiful. I would love if there was a little more ab, like if we could see six pack, and maybe like the outlining in the delts could be a bit sharper. I feel like her legs look fantastic, but from like belly button up, the definition could be a bit sharper. I love the suit. I love the coordinated lipstick. I think her makeup is really pretty. Again, smooth center part hair. It looks really luxurious, really simple, very flattering. And I just adore how showcased her shoulders are in this pose. Normally when people do this pose, they're more sideways and to show off the waistline. She doesn't need to be sideways to show off the waistline. Her waist is so small. You can see it straight on and it looks amazing. Okay. Lena in first place, incredible. That definition that she has in her legs is crazy. The abs are so clear and easy to see. Six pack, obliques, just unreal. So many lines and just so much detail coming through from the knees all the way up. I think she's got a nice V-taper. I wouldn't mind actually a little bit more curve to the outside of her shoulders, but I think overall her shape is really nicely proportioned. So she's got a beautiful curve to the V in the top, a really narrow waist, and then a nice beautiful curve to the lower body. She's not overly developed in one area. It's very balanced, very proportioned, lots of nice detail coming through. Her hair is beautiful, super platinum. I would do a darker tan though. I think if she could get a bit more of the brown color, particularly in the upper body, it almost looks like her legs are darker than her shoulders. Could just be the lighting in the photo, but I think she could go a bit darker with the tan. Okay, here's the side by side. Wow, I am definitely looking at Lena in first and Anna in second. The shoulders on Anna are so impressive. The ab definition on Lena is so impressive, as well as her quads. Nobody really is having the lines and the detail like Lena. I really like the density on Anna. I think she's got a lot of great size, and perhaps with a little bit more definition, she would take that winning spot. Anna in fourth, I think we lose the shape of her shoulders in this pose. Maybe she wasn't quite in the pose in this photo, but I just don't see that nice full roundness like we saw in her individual photo. The shoulders don't look quite so symmetric. Just the shape is not quite there. Jenny, gorgeous. Really nice definition, really nice detail. I like this pose here. Her legs look nice and full. They're a little closer together with the inner thigh. But I think, when you compare her to Lena, for example, not quite as crazy wide in the lats to create that really big V-taper. Kristen, love the shoulders in this pose. I think the traps get a little less dominant here. You notice the delts a bit more. She's got beautiful lats, really nice midsection, but more detail coming through on the legs would have been fabulous. Okay, from behind, amazing. Everybody looks incredible, super dense in the back on Kristen. Jenny's shoulders, once again, really grabbed my attention. Anna, I think she's got really nice fullness and size into her glutes, but definitely more definition in the back would have been nice. Lena, beautiful V-taper and really nice glutes. The size is a good proportion with the legs. Anna, crazy mass, really wide. I think a little more detail would have been nice. I really like how you're seeing so much on Kristen and Jenny. Just a little bit more of the detail of those muscles in particular, maybe a bit more sharpness into the outlining in her glute ham tie-ins, but I'm loving her size and fullness. So at the end of the day, Lena does it. She's got that great detail, nice proportions, really impressive shape, tiny waist, and just overall a fabulous package. Okay, Lena was already on the list for Olympia. Moving on to wellness. In first place, Juliana, second, Lexi, third, Anna, fourth, Charlene, and fifth, Paula. And again, very even in the scoring. Here's Paula in fifth place, gorgeous blue suit, and I love the smooth softness of her skin. She doesn't look ripped, she doesn't look crazy lean. She just looks full and round and gorgeous. This quad sweep in particular is so lovely. With that said, I wouldn't mind if there was a tiny bit more definition coming through. Like, you've got this groove on the hip, but I'd love to see a bit more of the line down the leg, maybe a little bit more of that teardrop shape on the back quad, just a tiny bit. I think her waistline looks really beautiful, very flat, very lovely definition into the oblique. She's posing gorgeously to really show off that triangular shape here, but I think this hand could come make the elbow come out more so that your eye is drawn a little bit more outwards to the side. It's not that I need an hourglass shape. I know you don't. It's wellness. But to me, this back arm is kind of getting lost. The shoulder's very straight. It's very narrowing. And we still want to see that nice big wide triangle shape in the upper body. So I think just by playing with the placement of the elbow, that would help. But overall, I think she's got a stunning shape, really nice size, beautiful overall look with the blue and the blonde hair, and I think this was a great fifth place for her. Okay, Charlene in fourth place. Love the suit color, beautiful turquoisey teal. She looks great. First thing I notice are her hamstrings. Fantastic definition, nice size, beautiful bubbly shape, and what a great curve she has to her glute, particularly in this lower part. I wouldn't mind if she could get a little bit more height to the top of the glute, but man, tiny waistline, really nice lats, beautiful overall shape. I think she's posing this back arm really nicely, so you're drawn to that triangle shape in her upper body. Nice definition, particularly in the hamstring. My only critique would be to get the hair off of her front and just put it behind the shoulders. I find it distracting. It's just like two straight lines coming down, cutting her body. And I'd rather see the shape of the delts, see her lats, see everything more open and clear. So that's it. I think she looked amazing. Great shape, great size, beautiful suit. Okay, here's Anna in third. I love this look. The suit is like fire. The colors, the fit, everything about it. I love how delicate this strap is. The red in her bracelet really looks beautiful with the lipstick. Oh, I love a girl with red lips. I think it looks just awesome. Her physique is incredible. She's got a gorgeous glute, really curvy, full, bubbly hamstrings, nice sweep to the quad. The back leg looks awesome. I particularly like the way she poses in the lineup photo. I think she really knows how to flatter her physique. Tiny midsection, posing really well to keep this arm looking beautiful. The shoulders are symmetric. You're getting that curve in the delt, the curve in the arm muscles. She's doing everything right. I have nothing negative to say. I think she looks amazing. At the end of the day, perhaps it's just a size thing. When I compare her in the lineup, the other girls have a little bit more density in the lats, a little bit bigger overall size. But I'm really loving her shape. I love her posing. I love her silhouette. I think she nailed it. I think she looks really, really good. Okay, here's Lexi in second place. Stunning bright pink suit, beautiful coordinated makeup. And man, those legs are something. She's got a gorgeous curve to the glute, really full, round, big hamstrings. Just so curvy everywhere you look. Nice calves, too. The posing I'm not so keen on. I just find her to be too closed. I'm losing that triangular shape because she's so narrowing in the shoulders. The way that she's sideways, I'm losing out on the width of the delts and the open lats, so I don't get to see that big triangle shape. I know I've said it before, wellness isn't about a balance, it's not an hourglass, but you still want to have that big, full, dense shape up top to come into the narrow waist. Right now, my eye is staying right here in like a rectangular shape rather than a triangle. So I think she could open this shoulder more to the side, bring this shoulder more towards the front, twist the rib cage, open up the clavicle, and just really show off her upper body. As for the legs, I think having the feet so close together really hides this back leg. I think her quad is so full and round and massive that it's hiding the hamstring of this leg. So separating them out a little bit just so that we can see the back leg more would be fabulous. I want to see all of her all at once, every beautiful curve, the silhouette. So a few more tweaks with the posing I think would be fabulous. But overall, she's got great size, beautiful skin, great tan, nice suit. She's stunning. Okay, here's Juliana in first place. I didn't have a picture of her in that side pose, but you can see here she's got a gorgeous triangle to her upper body, nice and wide, nice full lats, narrow, tiny waist. Your eye is drawn in this shape. And then, my goodness, what a dense, full, large size to her glute. Beautiful curves into the quads. You're not seeing too much crazy definition here. We'll have to check it out in the next photo. But her abs look really nicely defined. Beautiful outlining in the delts. So I think she's got all of the checklist points. Great suit, nice hair, love the red lip, great tan. gorgeous physique. Okay, in the side-by-sides, Juliana stands out to me because of her upper body, if you can believe it. I think she's got a tremendous amount of density to the lats and the shoulders, and she's posing really well to show that off. There are other ladies that have a smaller waistline, Charlene, Anna, but Juliana really has a nice fullness in her upper body. I think Lexi needs to pull open more, really like pull the shoulders up and out, open the clavicle, really show off the upper body. She has a fabulous leg. Her hamstring in particular looks beautiful. Paula has some nice size. I love her curves, but yes, I do think she could have a bit more of the definition showing through. Anna, gorgeous shape, but just a little more size. If she could get a bit more density to the delts, a little bit more size to the glute compared to Juliana. Wow, Juliana's glute is massive, and what crazy size she has in her quads. She's just this tiny, tight, yet super muscular package. She really stands out to me. And from behind, Juliana's glutes are massive. They're super full all the way. So she's got height up on the top part. She's got width to the top, and it stays. Width to the middle, the same width all the way down to the bottom where her tie-ins are. I think it's incredible. It's super impressive to have so much size in the entirety of the glute. Really nicely defined tie-ins and then super curvy legs. And you don't notice anything else about her except her delts. So it's just these beautiful round shoulders poking out, and then massive glutes. I think she should be careful with her hair. Same with Lexi, that it's not too long. It's getting close. Lexi, I would argue, could have had a little bit shorter. I think everybody looks really amazing, but nobody has that size and the height and maintaining the width of the glute for as long and low as Juliana. It's spectacular. Paula and Charlene, I think, could have had a little bit more leanness into the glutes themselves. You'll notice you don't see so much of the fabric all the way like you see with first, second, and third. So I think a little bit more of the separation into the glutes themselves in the middle would have been great. But overall, I think this was a fantastic win for Juliana. She looks spectacular. And of course, there she is, added to the list. And last but not least, women's bikini. In first place, Ivy. Second, Inez. Third, Christina. Fourth, Francesca. And fifth, Allison. And a beautiful, even scoring across the board. All right, Allison in fifth place in a stunning royal blue suit. You can see she coordinated her makeup. She just looks beautiful. Sleek, smooth hair, and a tremendous shape. I love how balanced the curve of the delt is with the curve of the glute. This pose is so impressive. You're just seeing the most amazing silhouette. She's got a crazy S curve over her back. Super tiny waist, beautiful detail in the abs. I love the curve of her hamstring. Nice soft curve to the quad and hamstring in the back leg. Posing lovely. I just think she looks really good. I would like to see a tiny bit more of the line coming through sharper. I think that groove in the hip and that outline of the quad could be a tad bit more, so just a teeny bit more conditioning. But I think overall her shape looks really lovely. You definitely notice that hourglass, that triangle shape. Beautiful lats, nice fullness in the delts and the glutes. So I think she's doing a fabulous job. It's a good fifth place for her, and I think she looks beautiful. Okay, next and fourth is Francesca. Wow, what an upper body she has. Her lat spread, the delts are amazing. Super exaggerated shape. It's just this massive amount of muscle and then a teeny tiny waist that lasts for no time at all and then right back into her glutes. It's crazy. She is the absolute definition of like a triangle shape of the upper body. Super beautiful, smooth, flat abs, nice definition, great obliques, and a lovely curve to the glute. I do think, though, that she needs more size in the legs. I think with such a dominant, prominent, beautiful upper body with so much size. I would love to see just a little bit more curve to the quads, just so that there's a bit more balance in the upper to lower body. But man, I just can't get over her shape. I think she has an amazing silhouette. And the way she does all the styling with the jewels, the color of the suit, the middle part, the makeup, the smooth, straight hair, everything looks really beautiful. But man, her upper body really catches my eye. Next and third is Christina. Gorgeous in a red suit. It's like the perfect color matching the backdrop. Looks stunning on her. I think she could do a red lip, but that's just me. Beautiful midsection. Her waist is so small. Her abs are so defined. Crazy gorgeous obliques. Beautiful delts, though I do think she could open up a little more, like bring this shoulder more forward, bring that shoulder outwards and back, really create that triangle shape. I would love to see that more. I also feel like her legs are too close together. I would do more of that traditional stance where the girls bring the quad sweep higher and bend the knee, maybe even have a bit of an angle in the foot. I think that would help to just create more of an hourglass shape. You certainly see the S curve along her back, but I'm losing some of the width that you get in the posing when you pose a little bigger and just more posing. I think, though, her shape is gorgeous, great size in her glutes. I love the curve of the hamstring. I love the definition coming down her leg, the groove in the hip, and man, her midsection is stunning. Inez in second place is spectacular. I love the suit. Of course, the color is beautiful, looks great on her, the makeup, the hair. The center part is very popular at this show, and it's beautiful with these long, dark, straight-haired athletes. It's stunning. Now, she really has nice conditioning. I love the detail surrounding the quad, the hamstring, the lines. It looks gorgeous. She's got a particularly nice midsection, nice obliques, a flat stomach, not a lot of ab definition, but super tiny and trim. Beautiful lats. In this pose, I want to see more curve to the delts. And I say that with a bit of a caution because in the lineup photos, in the back pose in particular, her delts look incredible. So I wonder if it's just a matter of posing a little differently, maybe letting the arm relax a little flatter. I don't know, but to me, I feel like there's too much straightness into the side of the arm here, and I want to see just a little bit more curve. So certainly play with the posing, play with the twisting of the elbow and the wrist, and just see how we can get her shoulder to have a little bit more pizzazz. But I think her overall look is stunning. She's got great curves, amazing glutes, tiny waist, incredible. Perhaps she could work on getting a little bit more fullness right in here. There's a bit of a dip in the glute. So if she could just get that curve to fill out, I think it would look awesome as well. Okay, Ivy in first place nails every single aspect. The shoulders look gorgeous, so round, a great silhouette of the upper body. The back arm looks beautiful as well. Nice proportion with the muscles in her arms. Beautiful lat. Just the triangle shape she has is stunning. Her waistline is unreal. The definition, the flatness, the obliques, the tininess, the width of her waist is so cool. I love the delicate strap on her suit, and then the more thick jewels on her bracelets. It looks so beautiful. She's got a gorgeous line coming down her hip, this groove, the fullness in the hamstrings, the sweep, like just everything looks amazing. The red suit, the beautiful makeup, the curls in her hair, everything is just so beautiful. She is like the most stunning model, just absolutely gorgeous. Fullness, roundness, but with definition and detail. She nailed it. Okay, then in the lineup, I'm definitely drawn to Ivy for that triangle shape she gets in her upper body and the tiny midsection, but then also the balance in the legs. Francesca, I think, has that crazy big upper body, but not quite as proportionate with the legs. Inez, I'm loving her detail here. Her shoulders look a lot rounder in this pose than we saw in the last photo. Beautiful, nice fullness in the delts. Christina, amazing at midsection, but I don't think you're getting as hourglassy of a shape overall with the posing. And then Allison in fifth, man, what a glute, what a delt. She's got absolutely gorgeous features, but I do think a little bit more detail down the leg would be lovely. Then in the back pose, just note here, Inez and Christina have switched places. Ivy really catches your attention for how narrow her waist is and how beautiful the definition in her delts are. And of course, the glutes. Great round shape, really nice detail into the tie-ins, and beautiful definition, just delicate and subtle into the hamstrings. Inez beside her, I think her delts look amazing. Perhaps not as tiny in the waist as we see on Ivy, so the ratio is not quite as eye-catching, but beautiful, nice full round glutes. Could have a bit more definition into the hamstrings. Christina looks great here, really beautiful glutes, very full, nice definition into the tie-ins. I feel that she could have a little bit less hair, perhaps cut into more of a V shape, just to show off her tiny waist a bit better. Francesca looks great, really nice balance between the delts and the glutes, good definition into the tie-ins, but maybe a little more detail coming down into the hamstrings. And Allison, beautiful, really nice small waistline, nice glutes, nice tie-ins. I would have a bit more. You can see her hairs to the front. I would definitely keep all of the hair in the back. Try to cover some of this detail in the upper back and just have the delts showing through like we see, for example, with first and second. But overall, everyone looks amazing. A great bikini top 5. And of course, there she is, added to the list of Olympia qualified athletes. So exciting. Now, there are a lot more shows coming up this weekend. Very busy. I will be back with recaps of those as soon as I can. Please give me a like if you like this video. Comment your thoughts below and come find me. I'm on Instagram at Turquoise Toffee.